Welcome to Cat and Cat. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Nicole, and a little about me before we start talking about our review. I have two beautiful daughters. One is Aurelia, she's 2.5 years old, and the other is Athena, she's almost 3 months old. Little history, I have breastfed them, since birth. Aurelia, we almost made the 2-year mark. I weaned her about maybe a month before her second birthday. And Athena, I've been very, very grateful, very, very blessed rather, to be able to actually stay home and breastfeed her pretty much exclusively. Now with Aurelia, I went back to work, and with my pump and my previous insurance, it wasn't really that great. Long hours, traveling a lot, so I wasn't really able to pump enough to provide enough food for Aurelia during the day. So I did have to supplement with formula. Initially, of course, you feel ashamed. Oh, other moms can, pump hundreds of ounces all the time, and don't feel ashamed if you can't do that, or if you're just, you have to go with formula, or you decide to go with formula. Yes, a lot of studies show that breast milk does a lot of good things for the baby. Formula is good too. It provides the nutrients, the minerals, and everything that they need as well. So fed is best. Don't feel ashamed if you go one way or another. Be proud that you're feeding your baby. Make sure your baby is nice and healthy. And if you're ever concerned, talk with the pediatrician and say, hey, look, I don't know if my kid's getting the best. And they'll point you in the right direction if you're not. Initially, we were very worried about both our girls when they were first born, because they were just a little over 6 pounds. And we don't know if they're getting enough. They up very often. And basically what they did was cluster feed. Cluster feed, and at least in our experiences, you feed for an hour, you sleep for an hour, and feed for an hour again, and basically continues for like the first 2 or 3 weeks. So we were very tired, but baby was fine, both of them. Our second daughter actually put on 3 pounds the first month, and another 3 pounds her second month. So she's gaining weight really, really fast, and we're very proud of that. So, on to the product. This is the Medela Sonata. Medela overall is a great company to go with. They provide a lot of different products to help mom and new baby and getting along. They have nursing bras, which I'm actually wearing. Extremely comfortable. As you guys can see, a little bigger, bustier up here, but they don't have underwire, and they still hold you in place. It's really, really quite comfortable. And just throw it in the machine and washes really well too. First with this is actually really lightweight. I like it. It's small. Most pumps that you can buy, say off of Amazon, or that you can get through your insurance, are going to be relatively small. Not all as lightweight as this one though. And I do like this has a handle on the back, so you don't drop your pump, because it stinks if you do that. Most insurances will cover a breast pump 100%. There are a couple in my experience that don't. I used to do registry consultant for Babies R Us. I miss that job so much. But you learn which insurances cover what generally. Just call the number on the back of your membership card and say, hey, I'm expecting a baby in a couple of months. Do you guys cover a breast pump? If so, how do I go about getting one? For me, I use United Healthcare. I simply went on our website, picked out the one I wanted, and they shipped it to me in a couple of weeks. It was great. I kind of regret not doing the research on the breast pump I was choosing. Had I, done the research, I would realize Medela is hands down just the most effective breast pump to get, regardless if it's the Sonata, the Freestyle, or whatever. Lots of different things come with your pump. I went on Amazon initially, and I didn't want to go through insurance this time. I just bought this outright. It was about $300 when I last looked on Amazon. When I paid about $305 for it. It did not explain what was included exactly. I figured it would come with, the basics of the tubing, the actual suction thing, and a couple of breast shields. These are breast shields. Most of them will come with a 24 millimeter and 27 millimeter. Those are the most common sizes. From previous experience, I bought a 21 millimeter because I know it fits me. And the cool thing is, it comes with the instructions on showing you what is a proper fit. If you don't have a proper fit, it won't suction well. You potentially could, be sore afterwards. and a number of things. But basically, you're not going to get the most effective pump. You're not going to get as much milk as you potentially can. I figured it would come with a carrying case. One thing they did not mention that I love that they came with is the cooler. It came with an ice pack that obviously can fit the little bottles, and it came with 4 bottles, which was really cool because I've bought a few others, but it's always nice to have extra. One thing that I absolutely love that they have is this. You think, so you put a bottle in it, so what? Well, if you're not on a perfectly flat surface, say like a couch, or when I pump on my bed, late at night, everybody's quiet, asleep and everything like that. You don't want to spill your milk. You will cry. You spend a lot of time doing this, and it's very precious to you when you are breastfeeding. It's a big deal. It's not an easy thing to do by any means. So this, even on an uneven platform, will actually keep your bottles up, which I love. Now I'm going to break one of these down for you so you can see kind of what's inside. This section is what you screw the bottles onto. Here we go. This is actually where you put the tubing into in the back. As you can see, it's super easy to break down. This is the membrane. The membrane is actually kind of the thing that makes the suction part, and this kind of holds it all in. You'll see they have little holes and things like that to let the milk go through. Now these do come unassembled, and you have to assemble it. It is recommended that you sterilize pretty much everything here except for the tubing. Try not to get the tubing too wet. In my experience, if you get milk or water within the tubing, it's a kind of kick in the head to clean out, and I was never really successful at being able to do that. So if you do, my recommendation would be just toss out the tubing, get a new one. The tubing itself is $6, $7. Again, you can get it from Amazon. Another couple of talking points with this is that this is rechargeable. It has a rechargeable battery in it. So it does, on the back, have an outlet for an adapter. Plug it in the wall, you're good to go. Took about maybe half an hour the last time I charged it for it to be fully charged. And theoretically, they said that it can last about 18 hours of pumping time. I have not had to use it that much, so I can't speak to that. This can be hooked up to Bluetooth, so you can actually, Medela has an app that helps you keep track of how many ounces you're pumping for how long, how many feedings you're giving, how many wet and poopy diapers. It really just kind of helps you keep track of that, so when the pediatrician says, how often are you feeding them, you can refer to your app. If you try to remember it yourself, it just feels like you're feeding them all the time, because you're feeding them all the time. This is a nice little purse/case, whatever you want to call it. Lots of little pockets inside and out to, stick your stuff in. When I was going to work, I actually wanted to be using this more as a purse. I had all my pump stuff in there, and then have wallet, keys, phone, whatever. So nice and easy to use. Now, one thing I do want to touch on, like I said, most insurances will cover a breast pump. You just have to call them. If for some reason they don't, or you're not satisfied with your pump, you can reach out to WIC. WIC, if you qualify, can rent you a pump for up to 1 year. They use a hospital-grade pump. It's very effective. Cut my pumping time down probably by half. The only downside is it's big and bulky, and it's in a big and bulky and heavy case. So not fun when you're taking on the bus to work. Another thing is you can talk to your OBGYN, and you can talk to a pediatrician to see if there's any other more localized resources for you. I also know hospitals rent out hospital-grade pumps. So that can, help you out there as well. You just kind of have to reach out to your local authorities on that. Now, there's a couple of different settings here on this. So the on button is in the back. And makes a nice little noise. You can turn that noise off if you like by pressing the volume button. Nice and simple. Alright, now there's a big play button at the bottom there, and when you hit it, it'll start a timer. You can adjust the minus and positive is to adjust the strength of the suction. And you'll see there are two wonderful little buttons here that I like. This one here is going to adjust to whether or not you're actually producing milk out already. So it starts off it's a dual phase system. First phase is kind of just to encourage letdown. once you have the letdown, you're going to see milk start coming out. That's a good thing. You want to then press it again, press it, and it'll go to a different type of flow for the suction. For me, it slows down, and it keeps the letdown going. Basically, that's when you're actually going to be pumping the most. You can even, if you start finding yourself slowing down, you can actually press it again and go back into that letdown mode. And sometimes you can get a second, or I've even heard some moms get a third letdown. So you get a lot of milk that way. I haven't, again, been terribly successful with getting more than a few ounces out each time, and this is the most efficient system I've seen. So it's a me thing, not a pump thing. This button here actually changes how it suctions as you're in each different phase. So it's more of a comfort thing. Does it feel right? Does this feel more like what your baby is doing? So each baby kind of suckles differently. My first daughter suckled really fast and really hard. My second daughter, not as hard, not as fast. She can get fast at times, but generally she's a much slower suckler. So it really kind of depends on your baby. You can adjust it to get it a little more like what your baby is doing to you naturally. Again, the plus and minus is corrects the strength of the suction. I like mine to be high. It's a personal preference. You got to play with it, really, and the more you pump, the more you'll kind of find that comfort zone for you and what works best for you. So I'm going to turn this off. One thing I can say about all this stuff, very, very easy to clean. One thing that I do like that's included in the kit are these little steam bags. So they sterilize all these parts. You can fit usually like a couple of bottles in, or like these parts, in, and you can reuse this 20 times. So that's a lot of times that you can sterilize. And it gives you very simple instructions on the back, and you can buy these in various stores all over the place. When you buy them in the store, it comes with a few of these. So very nice to have, especially if you're at work and you do need or do want to clean them a certain way. Keep it in the bag. You can use it at work, like I said, up to 20 times. Very, very cool. Let's see. So one last thing I do want to touch on is how long milk can last in a variety of environments. So I store all of my milk in these. They do have storage bags, so depending on what is more, appropriate for your situation. If you have a lot of bags you want to store, you're going to store it in the freezer. It lasts for up to 6 months. If you keep these in the fridge, it can last up to 6 days. Or if you just have it out on the counter, say you just pump, Dad's going to use it because you're going out to the store or whatever, it can last up to 6 hours. We live in southern Arizona, and even with our air conditioning, I would probably be a little shy on that, so I'd say maybe 4 hours for us, just because it gets really hot here. So you don't want your milk to sour, and then baby doesn't like it, and then poor dad doesn't have anything to feed baby. But yeah, and that's regardless. Those times are for bags, bottles, however you're storing it. Those times are generally what you can use. So if you guys do have any more questions about this, you can always reach out to Medela. They actually have a customer service line, super friendly, open I think somewhere close to like 12 hours a day, 5 or 6 days a week. So they can really help you answer any more specific questions. If you're having specific issues, and they have things that they can suggest. Well, I hope you guys like the review. Please, feel free to ask any other questions in the comments below. And I am hoping to get about 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so please like, subscribe, hit the little doorbell thing so you can get notifications, or again, just reach out to me, let me know. If there's something in particular you would like to have reviewed, let me know that too. I plan on doing a review every week, probably about 3 different videos every week, so we'll see how those go. Next week, I will be reviewing the Owlet, and I will tell you guys my personal opinions on that. Thank you again for watching, and have a very good day.